So here is a long overdue Patreon request that I've been meaning to get to, but I've got a long list, and I always do get to everyone's Patreon. It's just there's a bit of a waiting list for everybody. But as always, if you would like to have a Patreon done by me, please hit the link below and head on over to my Patreon, where you hit the fourth tier. You can not only get a request video done by me, but you can also check out the exclusive content over on Patreon, and including a new episode of The Requalizers, where me and my special guest Ace Marek actually got to talk about a reboot sequel to Pumpkinhead. The first one involved Steven Shinder and I talking about Jaws. There's going to be, and I'm already planning out the next episode. So those podcast episodes are really fun. I have a lot of fun with them. So go check those out, along with, faction wars and crossover pairings and a few other things, yeah. But those are all exclusive over on my Patreon. So let's jump right into this. Let's jump right into this with this story. So this is a Sailor Moon Knight AU. Yeah, not crossover, AU. So Sailor Moon Knight. That was the idea, Sailor Moon Knight. So, in this story, basically, we follow along this young girl named Serena. And if you guys know who Serena is, if you know your English dub, then you're already like, what the hell are you doing? Trust me, it's going to make sense. So, Serena is a young high school girl, but also, she's clumsy, she's not very bright, but she does have, these horrible dreams at night. She does have, these waking nightmares of a strange being calling out to her from the, and she always looks up, she always feels revitalized under the moon, but at the same time all these horrible dreams are just attacking her day in and day out. So she more or less has to just have these sleeping pills and take these sleeping pills and whatnot. But eventually one day while she's going to school, she runs into a cat. And it goes, hello, Usagi, and immediately she freaks out, because talking cat, obviously. And the cat is obviously Luna. So Luna in here basically tells Serena that your real name is Usagi, and you've met before. Or at least one of you has met me before. And she's like, one of me? And Usagi goes, Luna goes, yeah. So you need to sit down, because I need to have this. We've had this conversation before. Essentially, what you are, Usagi, is Serena. You are one of Usagi's personalities. You're one of her personalities because she is the avatar of our god Khonshu. Khonshu, in this continuity, Khonshu was the god of not only the Egyptians but also the god of the god of the Moon Kingdom. He was worshipped by the Kingdom of the Moon. Not as their god of the moon, but as just God. He was just their god. So Khonshu every so often chose a new priest or avatar to carry out his will. And Queen Serenity was the last one to be the avatar of Khonshu. Unfortunately, Queen Beryl happened. But in this continuity, Beryl was a child of Khonshu. She was a child from a cult of Khonshu that Khonshu had with one of the priestesses, and Beryl did not want to be the demigod bastard child of Khonshu, who's kind of a dick. So Beryl destroyed everything, and Serenity hid her daughter away, knowing that Khonshu would hide her. And Khonshu, unfortunately, as Usagi grew up and was reincarnated, Usagi's mental state split. It splintered into three other personalities: Serena, Usagi, Serena, and Moon Knight. Moon Knight in here is a legit personality. And Serena goes, that's not possible. I know who I am. And then Ami comes along and is like, hey, Serena, who are you talking to? And she's like, oh, this cat. And Ami, of course, Sailor Mercury in the previous continuity is like, there's no cat. So Serena looks back, there's no cat. Like, there's no Luna or anything. And then, like, later on, Artemis talks to her, and she talks back to Artemis, and everyone's like, you're talking to the cat. You know, is there actually a cat here? Yeah, Artemis doesn't talk back. He looks like a normal cat. So, Serena is now, like, having these, like, she's having these panic attacks of, like, am I really, like, the god of the, like, the herald of the moon, or anything like that? That gets proven when she gets attacked by a giant werewolf. She gets attacked by a massive werewolf, and the Moon Knight persona kicks in. But now, Moon Knight in here, the Sailor Moon Knight, we'll just call him Moon Knight. Moon Knight in this persona is a lot more like, not like the Mr. Knight costume, a more like traditional costume, but with like a little more denser armor around the chest plate. Also more of a slender build to her. So Moon Knight and this werewolf by night duke it out, and it's discovered that this is Mamoru. This is Mamoru, who's the werewolf, because Beryl essentially turned him into a massive werewolf to try to kill Usagi, because she's still on about she's still on about murdering the line of the moon and severing her connection to her her dick of a father. So Usagi and the Serena personalities like switch back and forth through life, and it's hard because the other ones aren't Sailor Guardians here. In this continuity, it's only just Usagi who is Moon Knight. Everyone else in here is just kind of like, okay, I guess we're along for the ride, and we're gonna be like they basically become like a network for Usagi. Just like how Moon Knight in most original comics would like save someone, and then it was like, all right, now you work for me. And that's how like they all reveal to Usagi / Serena is that, yeah, we didn't become your friends by like happenstance. Moon Knight saved us and then coerced us to watch over you. Like, your Moon Knight persona basically, like, after rescuing us from monsters or burglars or whatnot, we were more or less like made into her network of people to work for them, and more or less she forced us to be your friend. Sorry. Yeah. So it just gets more like the wheel just keeps getting more and more fucked up, right? Like it just keeps getting more and more like thoroughly fucked throughout the entire story. Like Ami becomes her oracle. You have Minako, who trains her. You have Sailor Venus. The name's Ray teaches keep trying to say Sailor Moon Knight, like how to resist like demonic possession or sense dark spirits. Like, they more or less teaches her to combat the spiritual realm and also work as like her spiritual counsel. But each of the former Sailor Guardians in the previous continuity all serve like a specific purpose for Moon Knight. And one of them is, you're going to watch over my other two personas. Now, the Usagi now let's talk about, because I haven't really talked about the Usagi persona. The Usagi persona is aware of Serena, of the Serena persona and the Moon Knight persona, but it's always constantly fighting with the three of them, because each one, it's like more or less like spinning a Russian roulette. Like, you never know which version is going to wake up, and each one is kind of like fighting over the control. And Usagi, the Usagi persona, is more like collected, more like acts more like an adult woman than an airhead, as we kind of know the Usagi from the anime from. So that's kind of where. So that's the idea, is that they're all kind of like fighting over control. But yeah. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much Sailor Moon Knight. Once again, I would like to thank Lamonta Benson for sending this. I'd like to also apologize to them for not being able to get this out sooner than I had because, yeah, I've been kind of busy with other stuff and other Patreon requests. But I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed this. And you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Sailor Moon Knight? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Like I said before, if you would like to have a Patreon request done, hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.